Hey, how's it? My name is Andy Boone.
Daily Pigeon Live with Andy Bumatai. Ivala our plenty, that's no lie. That's what the Hammer Jang Gang like for see. When we tune in, we get that guarantee. Daily Pigeon Live with Andy Bumatai. Turn on the camera and let 'em fly. He just give 'em no more plan. Like we always say, if can. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride as we spread aloha far and wide. Ooh, Hammer Jang Gang and the Daily Pigeon Live.
How's it, gangy? And welcome to the Daily Pigeon Live. How's it? My name is Andy Bumatai, and I will be your chat JPO, hall monitor, bus driver, whatever you like to call me. And today, our special guest is, check it out, Mr. Pipeline, Gerry Lopez. And we'll be bringing him in near the top of the hour. We'll probably try a little bit early, make sure all the techno manehunis are behaving themselves. But you know what? If this is your first time to the Daily Pigeon Live, we'd like to remind you that here we practice aloha. That's right, which means we are polite and courteous to each other. So, if you are the type who likes to type in all caps and get in flame wars with people who do not agree with you, this may not be your show. Because here we concentrate on what brings us together, what we have in common, not what separates us. Okay? Get plenty other places if you like make love that. Okay? And that is why we call ourselves the Hamajang Gang. In Hawaiian Pidgin English, Hamajang means all mixed up, any kind, because we get people of different colors, with different opinions, from all kind of places. And you know what? If you have an opinion that you like argue with somebody and you think gonna cause trouble, leave it at the door when you take off your shoes, okay? Because here we just try and forget away from that kind a little while. Now, when you leave, you can pick your opinion back up and put on your rubber slipper. And all we ask is that you take your slipper. Never mind, take one more nice and leave your boroboros. Okay? That's all we ask. Thanks. Okay, and you know what? Before we go any further, we just like to thank our sponsors. Except we no more sponsors. So thanks for watching and appreciate it. Okay. Now, we also want to remind you that we are multi-streaming into Facebook, 2 pages, 1 YouTube, and on Twitch, right? And we take the comments of all of those and put them in one place so we can all spockanize what everybody else is saying, okay? Here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to the chat window. Boom, right here, okay? Now, in this window on the side here, you'll see the chat start popping up, and you'll notice the little icons, okay? See, like there's Scott from Facebook, and then we get Wild Willie from the YouTube side, right? You'll see Twitch come up over there. And meanwhile, what I do is I pick a few and say, how's it to them? Down here below, right there. See that? How's it, Keola P? Uncle, the sponsor should be Savers. You know, right there. And here's media dude for God right there. Hey, Uncle, how are you? Oh, mahalo for checking in from the Twitch side. And here's Freddie. Yeah, we do what we call the romper room. Check it out. We go, how's it, Polani? And there's Adam. How's it, Rick? Brendan checking in. Susan R. How's it, Wendell Smith? Ooh, this chat is moving quick like a swift. Check it out. How's it, JC? There's Mark Hill and Lee. How's it, Medium 7 Up? How you doing, Miles? And there's K from Twitch. Sometimes you'll see people do this here. They'll just put the K like that, right? Now, what that is, that's the lurkers who don't like type or whatever. But we ask the people who are lurking, hey, no shame, just hit the K, push send, boom. We call it the wellness check. And if you're having one good day, no shame, capitalize them, eh? Then we know. How's it, Frank? It is Ku'aloha, my avatar crush. And there's Brendan. And did I say hi to Susan? Sometimes I catch them twice, but guess what? Double aloha is not bad. That's right. How's it, Daryl? And Tom. There's V. Hey. Keholane, what? How's it, Andy? Aloha Hamajang gang. Good to be here. Good to have you here, Keholani. Okay. Now, if I miss your chat, kalamai, like I said, this baga moving. Como kalas gia, ham like a bee. It is Kenny. How's it, Kenny? I'm riding with the rock and roll motorcycle club. Well, I hope you're keeping at least one hand on the handlebars there, my friend. Yeah. RT, oh no, RTR 18X from the Twitch side. Thanks for checking in. Don't forget, false crack the like button. That's how, if can, you guys, right? The like button is, I guess that's a YouTube thing, right? Because Antilytics, oh, she liked that, and then she give us high praise if you guys, false crack the like button. And you know what? No shame when you pull your hand back. Subscribble with the other hand. Boom. That's right. Might as well make the movement count. That's what we say, huh? Okay. Hey, let's turn back on the music, small kind here, right? Hold on. I'm going to bring this up. We're featuring music today by Lono. Okay? He sent me a bunch of music and said, bro, go play them. So I put it on a loop here. That's what you're hearing in the background. Let's spockanize them, small kind. Listen. If you want to check Lono out, he's at Lono, lonomusic.com. That's right there. Okay? So we'll put that kind of small kind in the background, okay? And again, I'm racing to the bottom so we can check out as much as we can. Hey, okay, I'm on Twitch now, Andy. Happy Labor Day to all of you, and a happy Labor Day back at you, Puerlani. There we go. Hey, aloha everyone. How's it, Andy? How you long lost Haole? And whoa, look at that. What? That's the dog in the cage. Hey, let me out. I'll like go for one walk. Hey, Kim, mahalo for the super chat. This also, here we go. This is a YouTube thing. It's like a tip jar, and people go, oh, hey, you know, and look at that 916, because I think that's Kim's area code right there. So, whew, so hot in Northern California today. Need ice water. Okay. But hey, when you go to the refrigerator, make sure you use glass and never mind look around and foompa, you know. Some people, they only use glass when they get company, yeah. Okay, let's see. Keola P. Can't wait to see the video. Yes, Keola P. He's our 10-year-old hamajanger, and he has his own YouTube site. You want to check it out? Keola P. 31 on YouTube. And he likes gymnastics and picking little animals out of the creek. Ah, hey, there we go, Donner. Thanks, Andy. No problem. What's it? Oh, and speaking of Keola Pete, there he is, right there, saying hi to mahalo to Lono for letting us use the music. You know, until we get Savers as a sponsor. How's it, Stacia? Oh, how are you? I think I pronounced your name correctly. I am hoping I did. How's it, Kamuela, man? Coming in from Kamuela on the Big Island. I've got all your stuff, and I will look at it tonight for tomorrow. But today was, I tried to edit something, and my computer's so slow nowadays. Getting old, kinda like me. Ooh, moving like a swift. I know, Kevin. You are not telling me anything, because I can see that bugger going. Oh, 99 today in Colorado. Wow, I thought we'd have at least 100 people. But hey, maybe they're emptying out, huh? Nah, 99 degrees. I won't catch. Oh, hey, there's a K from the Twitch side. Hello for checking in and giving us the wellness check. So you know where the K came from. You know how when you text somebody a really long, involved text, and you go, oh, and then you send it, and then you get back, K. Hey, I put plenty of work into my text. What is with the K? So we decided to own it. That's right, Gangi. Okay. Oh, choking for other people too. I thought was just me. Oh, what? The feed is choking. You know what, guys? It's Labor Day, and plenty people gonna be online right now. So, kalamai if the thing choking small kind, but mine is not choking. So, and again, I have no control over that. Yep, look, plenty people saying that. Look, that it is kind of choking here. Oh, hey, awesome shirt today, Andy. Hey, mahalo, Rick. This is my, ohe. That's the bamboo ohe. No choking for me. All good here. Okay, good. Ooh, hey, look, Surf's Up was looking for Craig Wilson surf videos, but no can find. Abut. I know, Steve. Steve Danielson and I grew up in Waianae, and this is back when Craig Wilson was the man, right? And I remember they had 18-inch wide board, and he had the stance, and oh man, yeah. But me, I prefer goofy foots. Small kind prejudice. That's how. No choking here, but man, I can't get Aloha Shoyu in Texas. Oh my goodness. You will survive. Adapt, my friend. Adapt. Andy, Twitch always is 1 second behind in your words. Lips no match words. You know what, Punani? When I was looking at the, you know, that when they, what they call it, the rerun, when they put it down afterwards, I noticed that. Let me look into that. Yeah, but I know you on both platforms. Pick one that's better for you, you know. Okay, sorry about that. Again, I wish I ran Twitch, but you know what? I'm no more that kind of influence. Okay? Okay, here's a Kamuela dad joke. Why do surfers eat cold food? because they hate microwaves. Whew. Okay, there we go. What is this? 30. 30 what? Beer. Oh, beer 30. Oh, beer 30. I guess that means someone is going to be enjoying an adult beverage, mayhaps. Good for you. Enjoy. But hey, never mind. Get behind the wheel, because, you know why. I don't need to explain. Ash, right? Okay. Hey, go to advanced settings and turn off low latency. What, you talking to me? Well, I can't do that right now, but you know what? I will look into that. Hey, Cash King, mahalo you baga. What is this right here? Woo! Thanks, must be the only baboos that can't figure out how to send kokua. Oh, send kokua amount. No, you know how you do it, Cash King. You highlight the amount. You know, you hit the little thing, and then you highlight the amount, and then you can put whatever you like. No need go like $10. It's kind of plenty, bro. You know what I mean? Whatever. You know, dollar enough, bro. Appreciate it. Hey, Pidgin, uncle and gang. Small kind late, but I think we've all been dying to know. Is that a Tory Richards shirt? No, this is not. This is, part of my 4-year-old Hilo Hattie stock from before time. Keone Nunes, Wayanai boy, now in Thailand, 8:44 in the AM here. Oh, there you go. Well, have a cup of coffee and watch the show. I don't know what I know you get up way more early than 8:44. I'm guessing you're just happy to be out of quarantine. He recently moved to Thailand from Maili on the west side of Oahu and had to quarantine there for, I think, was 14 days? Yeah. I know, mean. Oh, no, that was probably for me. Okay, Polani. Yeah, maybe it's your settings thing. I could go look, but right now I'm trying to concentrate on this bugger because I turned my head. Oh no, 15 minutes went by. I know. Okay. In my head, that joke was referring to micro-nongongs. What? I don't even know what that is. Ato Ichikain sword. I have trouble saying your name, let alone that kind of dyslexic nightmares that you type. Hey, Island boy, mahalo for a cake. Good to hear you doing okay. Hey, oh no, kalamai kione. Oh, I don't think he minds. Huh? How's it, Zamboni? Hey, good to see Zamboni, back from deployment. Two surfers were getting ready to paddle out. Surfer 1, hey, guess what? I got a new longboard for my wife. Surfer 2, great trade. Ooh, oh, watch out. Please try the chicken. Okay, let's go. We're moving forward here. And then, how's it? There we go. How's it, Kamuela, man? That's from Hula Skater. I like Hula Skater. The visual picture that brings up in my mind is very entertaining. I remember small kid time. I will meet you outside the old Sears Ala Moana. My mother would tell me for tell you hi. You was so nice to me. Thanks, Oh, hello, D. Oh, I'm glad I was nice to you. Yeah, I'm nice to most people, I was probably all happy just to be recognized by one person in Ala Moana Shopping Center. Oh, you were over on Twitch when I said hello to you, Wild Willie. Getting confusing. Can I keep up? Kualoha is now on Twitch. Wasn't she just on YouTube, or was that Facebook? Help me! I'm losing track. Okay. Okay. While eating dinner. Oh, you're gonna lurk, That's a good belly bear because you gotta feed your belly, bear. Hey, Jarhead 916. Right on, brother. Thanks for the K. love it when the lurkers come out and just say, I'm here, I'm here. Aloha from Island Boy Ia on the Twitch side. Here's one. Why are surfers generally more cheerful and relaxed than most others? They are the only grown-ups who get to pee in their clothes on a regular basis. Oh, and never mind. Talk about when you get the wetsuit and you enjoy the shishi bubble. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Surf's up. Andy, remember the Sun Sisters? Oh, of course. Rel and Kulat, right? In fact, today when I was testing the Skype with Gerry Lopez, I pointed out a picture on his website where they were very young. It was he and Rel together. And I forgot the other person in the picture. Yep. And I told him I was all excited when Rel asked me to be in the MSA. Remember Makaha Surfing Association? Yeah, the meetings were at her house. Hey, Andy, what school did you grad from? I never grad from school. I should have graduated from Waianae in 72, 3, or 4, depending on how you look at things. But I was honored. I was given a honorary diploma, kind of, from the class of 73. So I celebrate with them. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Hey. Yeah. That's right. How we doing on time? Yeah, we doing all right. How's it, Andy? Oh, from Birch Bay, Washington. Hey, thank you, Sandra, for checking in. Birch Bay, Washington. What a nice sounding name. Olos Midi, good one. Homeless, how true. Huh? Kehaulani, hey, there you go. How's it, brother? Thanks so much for the super chat right there. Oh, so much. Oh, hey, wait. Hey, here's Gerry calling me. Hold on. Let's bring him in. Whoop whoop. Gerry, you there? Are you, brother? Wait, hold on. Let me do this correctly here. Okay. Boom. Oh.
Right.
There he is. How are you, my brother?
Good.
Oh, I thought I was gonna call you, but I really appreciate you calling me, brother.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get our signal straight, you know.
Oh, you know what?
You know, like that.
Well, I tell you something. I was crossing my fingers that the Techno Menehunis didn't mess this interview up, because I gotta tell you, Gerry, so many people are excited for you being here. So thank you so much.
Oh, now you're really making me nervous here, brother.
Well, it's funny. Today when we were testing, my wife overheard it, and she says, I can tell when you're nervous because you don't stop talking. You never let him speak today. Yeah.
I thought I was the one.
No, you know what?
Thank you. This is I tell you, Andy, this is an honor.
Oh,
You how much you mean to the people in Hawaii and the people from Hawaii like me that don't stay in Hawaii anymore, but stay, mainland. But we all look up to you.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
You are a real ambassador for everything about Hawaii and all the aloha that's there.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Hey, check this out. I mean, I got to get to some of these chats because I hope you can see these okay. Look, Gerry, Andy is a big fan. Oh, I'm busted. Look at that here. Aloha, Gerry. Oh, this is epic. Woo. And there's from Shaka from Jose. Aloha, Gerry.
Jose.
There you go. Yeah. Aloha, Gerry from Okinawa. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah. Aloha, Gerry. Ooh, Techno Menehunis. Oh, we gotta fight them off. Oh, Gerry, you look marvelous. How's that? Whew. Hey, how's it, Uncle Brutes? What's that? Is that?
Oh, that's me, bro. That's my niece.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, she's saying hello to you. There you go. Hey, and here's Mike McKeag. How's it, Gerry?
Hey, Mike, how's it?
And here's Gerry. Where you stay? Where you come? People want to know where you're coming in from.
I stay Oregon, Central Oregon, and get all kind of fires, so they kind of smoky around here, but
Wow.
that's all right.
You know,
I stay with Andy.
yeah, I want to ask you about Oregon. You know, if I would have bet money on any place that you might settle, I would have put my money on Bali. Why Oregon?
You know, we came here and wow, went, hey, there's plenty of aloha over here. The people, like we went to the gas station and the guy goes, hey, how's it going? You know, and I look at the guy, I go, wow, do I know this guy or what? Genuine friendliness. That was something that, you know, was everywhere around here. And then we was kind of interested in snowboarding and was Derek Hall, bless his heart,
Yeah.
and Sunny Garcia told me, hey, get good snow in Bend, Oregon. So we came over here and, oh, wow, we was here 3 days. And the Wahinis went find one house we'll buy. And my friend Gordon Clark, you know, Clark Phone,
Yeah.
he goes, hey, hurry up, we better go the real estate office and sign the paper, otherwise they're gonna find one more expensive house. So then we had one place for stay, and then, you know, we just started coming and just went, wow, we really like this. And yeah, the snowboarding was, you know, that was something too. That's kind of like surfing, but no more paddling.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, when don't you miss being in the ocean on a regular basis?
Wow. That whole snowboarding obsession went shift back to the ocean.
Yeah.
Now, that's the only place I like being.
Yeah. You're still shaping though, right, Gerry?
Well, yeah, I still make surfboards. I still love that.
You know, I want to talk to you about surfing. You know, where it has come. Well, let me put it this way. In the old days, the skateboarders used to try to emulate the surfers, and then now skateboarding is affecting surfing. Do you see it that way?
Well, you know, it's a funny thing because, you know, I get plenty of time for think these days. And skateboarding came from surfing.
Yeah.
You know, when it first came, they called it sidewalk surfing. And
Yeah.
then the next sport that came from surfing was windsurfing. And, you know, all the windsurfers from like Europe and Germany and France, they all called themselves surfers, you know, but they was windsurfers. And then, you know, next came the, kite surfing and stand-up surfing and, you know, all these things that came from surfing. But surfing was always the mother sport, and snowboarding was one of those too. That was surfing the snow. And the guys that first started doing it was all surfers, but they wanted to surf the snow. So when we came to Oregon, you know, my son, he was born Maui, but he grew up here. He grew up snowboarding, and that was, you know, his thing. And I never like push him into surfing. And, you know, surfing is something everybody gotta discover on their own basis, you know, their own time and their own place. And so I never pushed, but I noticed in all these sports, you know, as time went on and these sports all had histories of their own, and kids started growing up, you know, skateboarding,
Yeah.
snowboarding, stand-up surfing, you know, eventually there was a curiosity and an interest to go back to the mother sport. And now my son is a prime example. You know, he never liked surfing that much, and then now he's a surfer and he makes surfboards, and
Wow.
you know, he's
We
he's
have, we
going
have
in
a,
that direction. He's still a snowboarder, of course. You know, he's a
Yeah.
pro snowboarder, but surfing is something that he's embraced, and he embraced it on his terms. And
wow.
I see that so much with, you know, really a lot of kids. You know, we have a river wave here in town, Andy. I tell you, Rob, if you saw this, oh, you would laugh.
No, you know what? I saw a video of you surfing that river wave. You know? Yeah.
In the river.
You were in the river, yeah, and you were surfing. Look at this comment. You're gonna love this one here. I don't know. Can you read? It says, "This is amazing experience. Growing up, idolizing Gerry surfing, and now watching a live interview. This is absolutely amazing." Oh, see that? Thank you so much.
Oh, good to be here, Andy. Thank you for having me.
You know, I want to ask you, and I'm going back in time here a little bit because, you know, I was one of the guys, you know, when you were the man out at Pipeline when you were, you know, doing the Mr. Pipeline thing. But what was it like being one of the few who modernized the ancient Hawaiian idea of equating the ocean to life? Do you remember talking about that?
Well, I mean, Andy, you give me too much credit, man. All I did was paddle out. That's all.
No, but I heard you on a talk where you're saying you were saying, yeah, I think it was something having to do with Uluwatu, and you were saying, you know, surfing to the Hawaiians, you know, epitomized life. Is that too heavy?
I started my yoga practice in 1968, and it was about the same time that I really started to get serious about surfing. And, you know, I thought for a long time that these were similar paths in life. You know, they were, it was like two roads I felt that I was going down. And, you know, over time, they seemed like they were going in the same direction, and they were actually very parallel. And then as time went on, you know, I started to think, wow, maybe they're the same road. The yogis have a word for what they call the essence of life. They call it prana. And this is the cosmic energy. The Hawaiians call the same thing mana. And these are two cultures on opposite sides of the earth. And the word describing the same energy is almost the same word. And so I was thinking, wow, maybe these Hawaiians, you know, maybe they was a lot smarter than we're giving them credit for. And maybe the surfing was, you know, I mean, yoga is, you know, really become mainstream now, and there's a lot of interest in it, and people, you know, understand that, wow, there's a lot of answers to whatever, maybe any questions you might have about life, about yourself, about anything.
Yeah.
And
you know,
maybe the Hawaiians had the same kind of answers too, you know, but you know, they never wrote them down. They never had a Pantajali to write everything down, and then, you know, all that great wisdom just I don't know, got lost.
You know, I was talking to Fred Hemmings, you know, excuse me, Senator Fred Hemmings, right?
Of course.
But
yeah,
I
world champion surfer.
He was the first world champion surfer, right?
Yes, he was.
I was interviewing him, and we were talking about surfing, and I said to him, you know, when you're paddling out and you get caught inside and you're just working it and working it, you know, how do you handle that situation? And he said, "Brah, turn around, go in. Maybe it's not your day."
Well, Fred wasn't like that, though. He was a bull out there.
Oh, he was.
But, you know, Andy, in times like this, you know, I tell you, everything's kind of looking bad, you know, with COVID and everything that's going on. It seems like, you know, we can always rely on surfing, and not so much going surfing, but falling back on the lessons that come from surfing. Like when we get caught inside,
Yeah.
There's a big set and we're going to get pounded. We know we're going to get pounded, but we have choices. We have 3 choices actually. We can do nothing and we just get washed back to the beach, probably mostly underwater.
Yeah.
We got to start all over again. We can panic. That's worse.
Yeah.
Or we just accept our situation. We just keep paddling. We try to hold our position and we wait for the lull that's going to come after the set. And then we can make our move. We can regain our place in the lineup.
Yeah.
And we can apply this to any situation, especially the situation we're all in now. I mean, we're all caught inside by this COVID set.
Wow. That's
You know,
it. That's
The
right
results are pretty much the same. So this is one of the great lessons that come from surfing. We just keep paddling, no matter what.
No matter what. When you were out there at Pipeline on those huge days early on, and this, of course, is before the leash, right? Remember those days?
Yeah.
Right.
But that was a short swim those days.
Yeah, it was a short swim, but still the drop. Did you ever question yourself? Were you ever scared?
All the time. But, you wanted those waves. You wanted to touch those waves. And, so many times you were paddling out the channel there and you look at this wave and you go, oh man, there's no way that you can paddle, stand up, and take the drop on a wave like that. But then you went out there, the wave came and looked at you, and you looked at it and went, okay, I'm going to try. And not every time was successful, but once in a while it was. And, those ones that you made and you came out the other end, those were always a beautiful thing, and you couldn't wait for the next one.
To give someone an idea who maybe isn't familiar with the amazing accomplishments Gerry did, I'm going to bring up your website here, okay, Gerry? Hold on here, because what this is
What's on that website? I don't even know.
Well, guess what? Well, here, I'll just show it to you. I'll bring it up here, okay? Here we go. This, right? Now, take a look at this. This is the first part of your website. I guess somebody else built it for you, and what they did is basically take just a whole bunch of your best waves, and I watched this thing on a loop for about 20 minutes today. I mean, look at some of this stuff. And what I especially liked about it, Gerry, is they didn't show you like making every wave. It showed you making mistakes and falling, and that's all part of it, isn't it?
Oh, that's a great part of it. That's how you learn.
Right there.
Can't make them all.
You can't make them all. Right there. Look at this though. But the style, the souls. These were single fins at the time, weren't they?
Yeah, these were the old boards. You look at those boards now; they look like they belong in Fred Flintstone's garage.
Yeah, but what you're doing, they're still doing. I mean, they do it maybe a little bit differently, but it's still essentially the same thing. Look at that, no leash. That always gets me. Do you think that the leash gave people who maybe shouldn't have had as many waves as they deserved too many waves? You know what I mean?
Each one of these innovations, developments, new things that came along, I always feel that was just part of it. They were supposed to come, and you just had to make that whatever adjustment to either embrace it or, get left behind. Because I think it was 1967, 68, before that, all the surfboards were the long boards, and they didn't work that great at the Pipeline.
No.
But then, right about then, the boards started to become much shorter. And, we call that the shortboard revolution. And that really allowed us to ride parts of the wave and ride certain waves, especially like the pipeline, that, hadn't been able to be surfed successfully before that with the equipment that was available.
Sure.
So, all the way along, the equipment has changed, and it's usually been functional changes for the better. And the leash, allowed us to really go for it at places like Honolulu Bay, where if you lost your board, oh, that was it, man. The thing went in the cave, and he said sayonara to that surfboard. And
it happened to me. That actually happened to me, and it was a new board too, and I cried like a baby. Wow, man, how it was good. Let me ask you about a Lightning Bolt Surf Company. Okay, what was it like when Lightning Bolt was such a popular brand that people were putting lightning bolts on boards that weren't lightning bolts? How did you handle that?
We was catching a lot of waves in those days, and we were more thinking about the next wave than guys putting lightning bolts on their boards. Yeah, that was some good times. Jack Shipley and I started that shop in 1970, and we had not only us, but a whole bunch of us had some really great times back then. And
wow,
it was a good time to be a surfer. I always look at the generations and the ones before us. Buzzy Trent, George Downing, Peter Cole, all those guys. They had small crowds. They had those waves. They were the pioneers in those waves, and they had all those waves to themselves. Oh, but the boards they had to ride was, oh man, not that great. And then our generation, we had, the development of the shortboard. So the crowds were still pretty small, and we had boards that just fit the wave much better. And then, of course, the generations after us, they had much better surfboards.
Yeah.
They had plenty guys in the lineup.
Plenty guys.
I look back at all the different generations of surfers, and, I see how advanced the surfing has become. But I really look at our generation that, hey, we had it the best, man. We had pretty good surfboards, and we had pretty light crowds. So
that was it. I go out now, in our days, right? You see an old guy, you kind of throw him a bone once in a while. Go, uncle, good, go, right? Nowadays, forget it. It's so crowded. It's hard for the kids to be, to give waves away. You know what I mean? Someone has a question here. I wanted to. It says, I think he's still sponsored by Patagonia. Patagonia.
Yes,
how do you say that?
We enjoyed a long and very friendly and nice relationship with Patagonia. They're a great company. They do great things for the world, and I believe in them. And I think a lot of other people do as well, because, when the economy has not been good, Patagonia has managed to survive pretty well. They have a great message, and they do good things.
Yeah. For those who may not know, Patagonia is essentially a clothing company that caters to different types of sports, whether it be surfing or mountain climbing or camping or all this kind. And they take a certain percentage of everything they make, and
1% of their profits go to implementing change in environmental situations.
Are you still involved in the Uluwatu conservation efforts?
That actually is, an ongoing effort. Bali has, I guess, well, surfing has overrun pretty much the whole world. Everybody's a surfer these days.
Wow.
And the sad thing about Bali was they really didn't have the infrastructure for dealing with so many visitors. And, there are plenty kind duro and shishi, and, they got to take care of all that. So they made a valiant effort, and, they're making they're doing it. And it's, of course, it's an uphill ongoing battle, but it's better than not doing anything. And that's, that's all you can do.
And, especially in this day and age, where you can reach so many people so easily, right? It must be especially frustrating when people don't step up with efforts like that. Are you involved online much with those efforts?
Well, I'm always wondering what my role is. And I think it's mostly at this point in life to bring awareness to things that people should and need to be aware of. And, one of the big problems, and I think it's an issue that you deal with a lot too, is, the whole idea of your show is you leave all your differences with your slippers at the front door, and then you close the door behind you.
Yeah.
And, in my yoga practice, my guru Sivananda says that the only basis for true and lasting unity of all humanity is the religion of the heart. And the religion of the heart is the religion of love. And the Duke was, boy, he would have had an impact in today's world with, this instant information and getting his message out, because he was a true ambassador of aloha. And he was, the one that really guided all of us, even whether we knew it or not. He used to carry this card, Andy, and had a picture of him surfing on one side, and the other side was this very, very special message. And it said, aloha means love. In Hawaii, we greet friends, loved ones, and strangers with aloha, which means with love. Aloha is the key word to the universal spirit of real hospitality that made Hawaii renowned the world over as the center, fellowship, and understanding. Try meeting or leaving your brother nobles with aloha, and you will be surprised by the reaction to the aloha of love. I believe it. It is my creed. Aloha to you, Duke.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing,
Do you have one of those cards?
I did, but I gave it to my friend because he wanted it more than me. But I carried a message in my heart, Andy.
Yeah.
And, I try to share that aloha spirit. I try to keep it right up front, right here in my heart. And when you share your aloha freely, that aloha is always returned, double.
Yeah.
So you just try live with aloha, Try surf with aloha too. And I know you do that. And you do a really great job, a much better job than me. So
I don't know about
aloha
that.
to you, Andy.
Well, mahalo coming from you, Gerry. That's high compliment, Did you ever hear the story of Duke riding a wave all the way from outside Publix to right in front of the Royal Hawaiian?
Oh, yeah. He rode it from outside Castle, actually from Steamer Lane.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's outside Castles, all the way back to the beach center there.
Wow. And think, you talk about being restricted by a board. Think about what he was riding then.
Well, that was an 80-pound solid wood board, but the Duke was a very exceptional man.
Oh,
he was one that was very much in harmony with his natural world.
Yeah, and that's you know, I tell you, that's what we all strive for. Serious, you know, in your yoga practice, you know, we were talking about Bali and Uluwatus. Was it yoga first and then surfing, or was it surfing first and then yoga at Bali?
Well, it was surfing in Bali.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I was saying earlier, that at this point in life, I'm really feeling that yoga and surfing are pretty much the same path, you know. Then
Wow.
they eventually are leading to the same place. And, you know, I think that the Hawaiians, just like the yogis, you know, were really had a direction, you know, and they understood their purpose in life, and that was to reach that higher state of consciousness. And you know, I'm trying. it's an uphill battle.
Do you think that the big money that has entered into surfing has any negative effects? I'm trying to be kind.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I mean, this is what a lot of surfers wanted, you know, at one time, because back then never have any money. I mean, the idea that, you know, somebody would pay somebody else to go surfing was this was in my time, you know. You're gonna be kidding. Who's gonna do that? You know, you crazy or what? You know.
Well,
but you know, that's happened
Yeah.
I mean, I've been surfing over 60 years, and that's happened in that time, you know. And now, you know, surfing is not something that, you know, like when I started, you know, no parents wanted their kids to grow up to be surfers. I mean, come on.
Right.
You know, you do something useful, you know, get a job, you know, get married, get children, you know, do good things. Don't go surfing. Don't be a surfer. But that's all changed now, and surfing is accepted. You know, it's very mainstream, and you know, it's a legitimate sport now.
And a
the
multi-billion
surfers are,
and a multi-billion-dollar business.
well, it is. You know, it's a lot of people that don't surf want to be just like surfers.
Yeah. I toured with the Beach Boys. Speaking of people who wanted to be surfers, who weren't, you know. The drummer surfed, but everybody else didn't. Remember the Beach Boys when, you know, they were doing.
They were great.
Yeah, I toured with them. It was amazing. But do you keep up much with what's going on in the you know, the surf competitions today? I mean, John Florence and that generation.
Of course, I do. I, you know, respect those guys so much. I watch as much as I can, and you know, I think that they're doing just amazing, great things.
Yeah.
Not only on the waves, but just, you know, the messages that they have to all the kids, and you know, these are responsible human beings. They're not like what my parents thought surfers were going to be, you know, and that's why they didn't want us to become surfers. These are real assets to society, and you know, people that young kids and young people can look up to and go, wow.
You know, but I think you had a big part of that, Gerry, because, you know, they're looking at you and what you did, and, you know, how you're one with the world and such, you know. I think so. And look at Kelly Slater still competing. I mean, and doing and
great,
what,
you know, the greatest surfer of our time, and still going strong.
I would call him the best athlete, period. You know, someone said that to Michael Jordan and said, hey, listen, imagine if every time you played basketball, the court was different. You know?
And changing while you were playing.
Bingo. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he is something else. He is an amazing human being. And, he's a great example to the younger surfers of today, the John Johns, Jamie
Yes.
O'Brien's. They look up to Kelly and see, wow. And they're, following very well in the footsteps that he laid down in the sand.
With all the waves you've caught throughout your life and, and all the photo shoots and everything, are there still a few waves that just are brain tattooed on in your mind?
I tell you what, Andy, I think about that all the time because that's a good question, and it gets asked a lot. And I tell you, and you'll probably relate to this too, but for most surfers, they're so focused, the concentration is so acute as they're riding a wave. A lot of times they finish the wave, well, you can't even remember what happened, man. Oh, what I did on that wave, and then you try and backtrack a little bit. Oh yeah, I remember the guy was paddling out over here, and that guy went yell when I was taking off, and then you kind of can, maybe if you try really hard, you can kind of piece what happened on the ride back together. But I think the most important thing, I know for me, was not the last wave, it was the next wave, bro.
Oh, yeah,
I was always thinking more about that one. And, even if a good one really happened and you remembered it, eventually that memory would, I don't know where it went, but would just kind of fade away and be gone. And every once in a while somebody would go, hey, you remember that wave? And you think back, oh yeah, I remember that one, but kind of foggy. I don't remember too much. And really, I think most surfers are thinking more about the next wave.
Yeah.
And I guess, in a way that's a good metaphor for life too. We spend so much time, living in anticipation or recollection, and what this does is it takes us away from being present, from living in the moment, living in the here and now. And when you think about it, really, that's all there is. What's past is power already, and then what never happened yet. Well,
Yeah.
you gotta wait for that to happen. So really all that's going on is, right now. And that's where a lot of focus should be.
Yeah. Someone told me that you're a pretty good motocross rider at one time. Did you dabble in that?
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't motocross. We just like to ride dirt bikes. I had
okay.
plenty of good friends, and guys like Tony Moniz's dad,
Yeah.
Clifford. He was a
Sure.
great bike rider, and we had a shaping shop right behind the fire station on South Street, and so we always used to meet and tune up our bikes, because those guys had plenty time, firemen.
Yeah.
And we go ride on the weekends, and yeah, we had good fun. Those were good days.
Just when having fun was the big objective. Remember that?
And that's what the Duke always used to say too, that the best surfer was the one having the most fun, huh?
Having the most fun. Exactly. Right there. So Gerry, what's coming up for you? I know you still have the surf. You're still shaping the boards.
Yeah.
Are you primarily when you're shaping? Are you looking to innovate, or are people just begging you to do the old templates?
I do them all, every
Yeah?
kind. I make plenty boards for surfing the river too. That's the latest. I'll tell you something about that river. It's really opened my eyes, Andy, because as surfing has grown and become more popular, and the surf spots have gotten crowded, there's tension in the lineups.
Yeah.
And the reason for that tension is because everybody thinks, wow, not enough waves for me. So I gotta grab all I can, and that's kind of can create some not so nice situations. But we have this wave in the river, and the aloha there is unbelievable. You know, everybody like help everybody else. It's kind of like the old days in surfing, you know, when everybody knew whose turn it was.
Yeah.
And that's what I figured out, that the reason everybody is having such a good time in the river is because they know whose turn it is.
Yeah.
It's the guy that's riding the wave. It's his turn. And then when he's fouled, when he gets washed out, or when he finished the ride, then it's the next guy's turn. So there's no question about whose turn it is. And this is a big thing that, you know, has more to do with surfing and, you know, about life in general, is that, hey, take turns, man.
Take turns.
It's not your turn. Don't try cut in line. Just wait, you know. Well, your turn gonna come. Get plenty time.
Well, you know, with all the innovations in surfing too, now, you know, they have the hydrofoil thing. Have you tried that, foiling?
Oh yeah, that's my latest thing.
Really? How's that going?
Fun. I tell you what, that's a new thing, man.
Wow.
It's great, you know.
And you beat the crowds because you're riding, you know, swells basically a lot of times, right?
Yeah, you ride a wave that the surfboard doesn't, you know, can't ride very well.
Yeah. And what about toe in? Have you done that much? I seem to remember a video of you out at Jaws, and it was massive. What was that like?
Well, with a jet ski and a good driver, you never got your hair wet. So it was
wow.
If you like big waves, it was a great way to do it. But you know, because the lineups have gotten more and more busy, that unless there's no other surfers in the lineup, then a jet ski, you know, in amongst a group of surfers is not a good fit.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually have regulations against that. So, you know, when it's just jet skis out there, then, you know, that's one thing, and everybody's toe surfing, but it's a great way to do it, but it has its time and place, like everything.
You know what I'm fascinated by, you know, when I want to relax, by the way, what I do is I find surfing videos, because it's like this, you know, this mental sorbet that just goes and I can forget everything and watch. A lot of it is like Rob Machado when he's doing his soul surfing thing on those little boards that he's building now, right? And you watch him and having a great time on small little waves, right? Okay, but oh God, where was I going with that? But one thing I'm fascinated by, and wondering if you watch any of this, what the skimboarders are doing.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, and they've been doing that a long time. This isn't anything new. It's just that finally people are taking a look and going, whoa, look at these guys. Right. In, when was 1975, we had an office on 10th Street in Laguna, South Laguna, and, you know, right above Victoria Beach there. And the early guys were just starting to do all that great, you know, I mean, unbelievable skimboarding where they you know, we used to call it sand sliding, at Sandy Beach. But hey, these guys are something else, man. They throw the board on the sand and they jump on top of the board, you know, and then they ride the board right out into the wave, and then they ride the wave right back up the beach, right back to where they started. And the first time I saw that, I went, but they was the only ones too. Had some guys down Yokohama was doing that as well.
Yeah, Charlie Ware was one of them over there, and back in the days, this was in the and I don't know if you remember Craig Wilson. He was our ripper from the West. And you know,
one of the, you know, probably still is one of the best surfers from that West Side. Boy, he was something else.
And that's when everybody was riding that, like the 18-inch pintails and stuff. It was like, oh man. But what gets me about the skimboarders is they're cutting back and they're turning and they're bottom turning. I'm going without fins. Amazing. I really think that's going to go somewhere one day.
Well, I don't know if you saw that one of the guy at Kelly's Wave, at the surf ranch in Lemoore, where he ran, threw his board down, and skimmed out right into the wave and then rode the whole wave.
Wow.
And, I mean...
Oh, was that with the winch? He got pulled out by
he ran and did it all on his own. Yeah, it was...
Wow.
It was really amazing. I mean, that was one of the most amazing things I've seen at that, that wave pool.
Wow. You know what? I think this wave pool thing, I mean, you watching where they're springing up, and especially Kelly's pool, isn't it? Do you ever look? I feel guilty saying this almost, but when you look at Kelly's wave, it's like almost too perfect. Is there such a thing?
I don't know if there's such a thing, Andy. I mean, when it comes to a wave, but I know what you're saying, because I remember when we were filming Big Wednesday and we spent about 3 weeks at Coho Point on the Bixby Ranch, north of Santa Barbara there. And I remember riding that wave, just the most perfect wave. There was never one drop of water out of place. And I remember going, hey, this wave too perfect, man. Action.
Yeah.
Kelly's Wave get plenty of action because, I tell you, that's fun. Waving a swimming pool, brother, that's something else.
Amazing. Yeah, amazing.
Gotta get you over there, try that.
Yeah. Here we have a question. Taz has, hey, Gerry, have you heard of Sunny Garcia? Is he okay now?
Yeah, Sunny's, I think it's still a struggle. I know he's still alive, but the family's kind of keeping it close, and very, very sad story. Yeah, that's it's a lesson for all of us that, hey, we got to take care of each other, man.
Yeah.
You got to look after each other. You got to, if you think something's going on with your friend, go find out. And if he don't know, go make sure he go see somebody that might know, because this is especially us now, we get into that age, bro. Hey.
But you know what though, Sunny, being from the West Side, and I knew him, and he was the ripper over there, on third dip up past Yokohama in that 4 inches of water, right? But I think a lot of the pressure came from, hey, you Sunny Garcia? Oh, wow, brother, you did good in that contest. Did you ever have to, let me see how I can, here's the question. Was it ever hard to be Gerry Lopez?
You know what? Honestly, in my time, because that was a long time ago, never have such thing as surf stars in Hawaii, because if you had big head, all your friends would just go slap them. Say, hey, go act. And that was the truth, oh, bro, hey, sorry,
Oh man.
And then, then of course in Sunny's time, surfing grew so much, and
boom,
it was, I mean, those guys were big stars,
huge.
Making big money, and they had big decisions to make, and they had big pressure on top of them all the time, and that's got to be hard, it's got to be really hard. And then I mean, the Duke said it too, hey, everybody has their day, and then after that, somebody else's turn. So gotta step down and be cool, and let the next guy, it's his turn next.
In show business, there's a joke, that says, you run into the same people on the way up as you do on the way down. And I'd like to say it's really great to see you folks again. That was the comedian line there, but it is so true.
Yeah, no, I mean, everybody has their day in the sun,
Mm-hmm.
and then, hey, it'll be somebody else's turn. So, respect that and celebrate the other guy's turn when it's his turn.
What do you say to young people, that you run into that go, man, I want to be the surf star. I want to be the on the cover and get the viral video and all of that. What type of advice do you have for those guys?
Listen to your mother and father. They usually have the best advice for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't listen to your friends.
Don't listen to your friends. Yeah. It's funny because, where I always go with it, well, okay, meet yourself first. Find out who you are, because if the money and the fame and all that comes, if you're not, really sure of where you're at in the world, that's where the trouble starts, I think.
Yeah, I think everybody is searching for an identity, and I remember when I was just starting high school, or, even like 8th grade time, you never be nobody, man. You wanted to be somebody. And I remember surfing was really a sanctuary for me. I felt like, oh, okay, I'm a surfer, man. I'm somebody, and that was enough. And everybody needs to be somebody. So that's why I say, you gotta, somebody's doing something good, you gotta go pat him on the back and say, hey, bro, way to go, man. Unreal. Because life is hard, man. I mean,
yeah,
it's really hard. Tell you.
I try to imagine, like my kids are all grown now, right? And I can't imagine what it's like having maybe, we have Keola P here. He's 10 years old, right? And he frequents the show. And I'm just thinking, I give all the credit to his parents with a 13-year-old and 10-year-old kid during these times who they want to be on YouTube. They want to chat on and then you're like, oh, God, can you imagine having to do that today?
No. Gotta be hard,
Yeah.
I think it's harder today than it was. I mean, plenty pressures. And you see the kids, I mean, I think, it's relative, of course, but yeah.
But how the values that you've learned with your yoga and with the experience that you go through and stuff, with the young people today and this instant gratification, a society, example, right? When my daughter was young, one time I was typing and she walked up and she said, "Hey, Dad, can just a second, let me finish this sentence." And I can't wait 10 seconds. You know what I mean? It's just like, what? Wait a minute. It's so funny because they're used to hitting that button, boom, and it happens. How do you get young people, or do you even try to get them into the realizations that you've discovered through your yoga and life lessons?
Yeah, yoga, like everything in life, comes when it's supposed to, and before that, I mean, the thing can be smacking you in the head, and not gonna make difference.
Not gonna make difference.
So, I mean, I look at my reasons for living in Oregon, and coming to Bend here, and just looking back, I realized that, wow, it was to spend time in the mountain, and it was to find the stillness that the mountains have, and the ocean, man, everything's moving out there, And,
Yeah.
I mean, that's why surfing is such a great metaphor for life because, you know,
Yeah.
if you don't move with it, man, life's gonna pass you right by. And the balance, there's the yin and the yang, but you can't always be moving. There's times that you have to balance that with stillness. And I think this whole coming to Oregon for me was, trying to balance all that that movement that I had in my life from all the surfing, and I think it really helped. And I mean that's how you find balance is you got to go in the middle.
Oh, man.
Usually, you got the yin and the yang, the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the other, right? And you try and find balance, and the balance is right in the middle. The
Yep.
Chinese, they call that the Tao, and that's the tranquility found at the center of all events. And
Wow.
it's only when you move away from the center that you go by the devil or you go by the angel, and
but,
the
but
balance is the middle.
yeah, but that was the hard part. The devil had better music. Oh, all right. I got to tell you, Jay, thank you so much, for being here. We went way over. I always do this. I tell you a half an hour, and now we've been doing this for almost an hour. Is there anything you want to say that I didn't touch upon, or anything that you'd like to share?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe something about the waves of life being so hard to ride, in the process of learning this demanding and pretty uncompromising activity, we can discover something extremely profound. If there's more difficulty in seeing this forest through these trees, in time we do see in this experience of surfing that there are many very, very interesting parables about life. So while the waves of life may seem indeed more challenging to ride than the waves on the ocean, when we apply the lessons learned in the surf, we sometimes can find, of course, in a metaphorical sense, the easier paddle out, finding that rip current that lets us slide out smoothly through the closed out sets of day-to-day life. And maybe we even get outside to the lineup and our hair is still nice and dry.
That was my first question when when you talk like that, I go, that's it right there. That's the essence of it, man. Thanks so much for sharing it with us, Gerry. And thanks for being here.
Unreal. Hey, you know what?
What's that?
Sorry, but I gotta say how's it to my sister Lola and my brother Victor and my brother Kit, because I know maybe they stay watching. And huge fans of you, Andy.
Kip,
Love you, brother.
Kip, Lola, and who?
Victor.
Kip, Lola, and Victor. Hey, how's it? Thanks for being here. Woo, right there. Okay, Gerry, I'll let you go, bro. Mahalo again.
Hey, anytime, brother.
You got it. We will. I'd like to do it again sometime if you're.
Again, good fun I had.
Okay, cool, man. Oh, wow, that's great.
Aloha.
Okay, aloha no.
Bye-bye.
I'm looking for the button here. Hold on the good end.
We're mine.
Yeah, I know, because you called me, so I think it's this red one.
Okay,
Huh?
I'm gonna end them then.
Okay,
Aloha.
yeah, you hang up then. Thanks, huh? Oh, wow. Gerry Lopez, ladies and gentlemen, mahalo. There we go. Okay, let me just put all this back together here. Hold on, I got some sliding around to do. Okay, you know what, gang? Oops, sorry. Oh, there, mahalo, Gerry, yeah. Sorry I didn't get to a lot of your questions and chats and stuff, but it just seemed inappropriate, when he was on to his certain things he was saying to interrupt him. And the super chats that came in, sorry, I never go, it just seemed again like he was talking about, metaphors of life and waves, and hey, we have a super chat, So thanks to you guys for that. I appreciate it, and sorry I didn't get to it. And you know what? Let's take a little 3-minute intermission here. We'll come back. We'll chat some more and talk a little bit about what we heard just now. Okay? Here we go. There you go. Music by Lono. Yeah, I finally was able to open the zip file he sent me. So, we'll be doing a lot of that. And you probably heard it in the background here as I was talking to Gerry Lopez there. So, once again, mahalo Lono. And again, lonomusic.com if you're interested in any of the music you're hearing. There we go. Okay, let's go back to the chat window and talk small kind. Ooh, nice editing, Andy. Oh, mahalo kamoela, man. Thank you. With this over here. Oh, hey, what's this? Oh, we're gonna need to expand the show for more time for talking story. Yeah, we can talk as long as you guys like. Yes, mahalo to Lono too. Yeah, that's a great song. I love the Holo Holo highlights for the four turtles. Yeah, that's how we're kind of do it here. We'll see how that, again, the show is constantly evolving and we change small kind, whatever it works, but, I was, during that interview, I hope I didn't sound, let me start over. See how I'm kind of stumbling over my words. It was so hard for me not to be like this fanboy, because somebody else said it, man. When we grew up, serious, I was surfing Pipeline. I've mentioned I got this scar right here from Pipe, but I used to surf there a lot. When Gerry came out, we paddled in just to watch to learn where he was taking off, how he drew out his bottom turns, how he would tickle the face of his, of the wave with his left hand, just feeling it, it was all tried to emulate it, but scar. Yeah, and you know what? Again, part of my job here. Oh, hey, how's it, Ted? Mahalo, Ibaga. Thank you for the super chat. And again, sorry about the people I missed during the interview. One of the things I was trying to do, and I hope you guys picked up on this, is I was trying to, not talk so esoteric about surfing. Every once in a while I would slip because, but still, because I knew he was into other things, and he's very much into, surfing and non-surfing being life lessons, but still, it's Gerry Lopez. Oh, was awesome with Gerry. He's been my hero since I was junior high time. Exactly. I was in high school when he was the man. He was the Eric Clapton of surfing. Oh, how's it, E.T.? Mahalo for the K. Okay, let's go down here. Gerry lived mainland, but the Pidgin still flow. I know. You should have heard him when I called him on the phone. Yeah, there you brother, what? Like, wow. Gerry is the smoothest surfer in history. Exactly. Let's see. Oh, FaceTime right now, sitting here watching my little preemie grandson in my son's arms all the way over on Oahu. We'll catch this all on the rerun. Hey, congratulations, lady tie-dye. Yeah, well, I hope the little preemie is gonna be big and strong soon. Yeah. Whoop, hold on. Shakalaka. I have no surf experience, but it seemed to me you're gonna go play with those big waves that can kill you. You gotta think hard about life lessons anyway. Yeah, but you know what? And that riding the big waves, the metaphor that I got was that, you do it right, you prepare yourself, you stay out of the areas where you get nailed, and like going into business, the more chances you take, the more likely you are to get nailed, but the bigger the reward is. So it's always, there's always that kind of stuff. That's what I love about listening to him talk, Haleiwa was the first place I paddled out. Yeah. Well, my son-in-law just got a new board, and it's like 8 feet. And I went, hey, maybe I can borrow this board once in a while. And he goes, oh yeah, sure. You taught me how to surf, you can borrow it. I said, oh, okay. Gerry, get peace in his being, something to strive for. That's it right there, Mahalo for the interview with Mr. Pipeline. Yeah, I was happy to have it. I couldn't believe it. And by the way, how I got his phone number was when I had tongue cancer, right? He got my phone number somehow and sent me a really wonderful text, about, hey, hanging in there and, life's challenges and all this stuff. And it was like, wow, man, I couldn't believe it. And I saved it. And then, last week, you like me on my show? And boom, he goes, nah, no problem, love to. Great. Oh, miss living in Bend. I never try waves though. Well, life is still there, Krista. You can try all kinds. Go Waikiki, look up my friends on the beach there, and get plenty of guys willing to take you out surf. Andy, I love seeing Gerry Lopez. I watched him in a movie, Step Into Liquid. Great surfing documentary movie. Oh, he was in so many. I mean, I loved when he said, get paid to go surfing? What, are you kidding? And now, all these guys, they travel the world, stay in the best hotels, Some of them don't, but a lot of them do. Andy, you should hit the lineup with Gerry. Nah, are you kidding? Forget it. No way. Hey, let's see. And never can look over you, Andy. You're really growing into an online interviewer. Oh, mahalo. Storming the kind 44. Appreciate that. Hey, Andy, you and Gerry surfing the internet now. There we go. And mahalo for the music, getting a lot of wonderful comments. You hear it in the background here. Listen. Yeah. So, appreciate that. Andy, oh, here's James. Andy, I really enjoyed the way you maneuvered the interview. It keeps it very interesting and relevant with the purpose of the show, sharing aloha and bringing different people to be part of the interview. Oh, thank you so much, James. How flattering was it when he talked about, well, you can leave your opinions at the door with your slippers. And I'm like, what? I saw, in my mind, I saw him shaping, going, oh, wait, I gotta get out. I gotta go do this interview. But I guess he was watching, How flattering is that? Yeah. Ooh, storming the guy. There we go. Henderson. Oh, yeah, motorcycle town right there. Vegas. Beep. Yeah, I know. Oh, love the background tunes. Yep, that's Lono right there. Mahalo to Lono, and we used his music on the intermission. We're doing that way now. So, and the chat still going. Look at this here. I love that it's been working pretty good. See, look, it's Taz and Frank and Lady Tie-Dye, everybody there. Oh, hey, maybe Gerry is one lurker. I don't know. I got a feeling, it's maybe somebody in his family and he looks at their screen. That's how, yeah. It's funny when he says, what was it? One of his niece had a family name from him, Uncle Bruce or something. I went, what? Who's that? Oh, that's me. That's my niece. I went, what? Oh, cool. Yeah. Anyway, gotta get over fanboy action here. Get back into host of this show. But who cares, Andy, this was a great show. What's planned for tomorrow's interview? Who's next? Oh yeah, I should mention that. Tomorrow is Melvin Lead, a singer here in Hawaii, and just to talk about an icon, and a big influence on my career. I've told this story before, but when I was dying in a club, and I was like, oh man, I can't do this. She walked up, I guess she saw me walking off kind of dejected, and she caught me on the side. This was at the noodle shop, so I walked out by the pool, and and she grabbed me by the shoulder. She said, boy, you're not that funny, but you get balls. Keep doing it. You'll be all right. And I went, okay. I know. It was, yeah. Oh, and this is, you have to understand, this is back when Melvin was, beep, Man, she walked in a room and the whole place just stopped, man. Whoa, Melvin. And at the Nahoku Hanohano Awards, it was all about what's Melvin going to be wearing. It was that kind. So she is our guest tomorrow, and a funny woman. Oh my goodness. Amazing. If you've ever seen her show, in between songs, it's like stand-up comedy. Melvin, wow, no way. I got to get my mom's watching. Melvin is her all-time favorite. Yes, tomorrow. Yay, Melvin. That's right there. Oh, Auntie Melvin. Ooh. Oh, Melvin Lead. Son. That's right. She. Tamoloka Itira right there. Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Beep. There you go, Mike McKay. Yes, Melvin. And then after that is Kamasami Kong. And then after that is Oh, Steven Espanola, Hana Ho interview. And then after that, we have Jeffrey Meek from, he and I were on that Raven show together a long time ago. Yeah, so he'll be, he'll be in Los Angeles and still a friend. We still talk. We have good fun. Anyway, yeah, she is very talented. And she does an online show herself where she broadcasts and plays music and, takes requests and all kinds. Yes, I saw your driving around interview with Melvin. So good. That was one of the first ones I did. And yeah, Kong, when? Kong is, I can't forget. Let's see. I have to do it this way. Let's see. Melvin tomorrow, Kong the next day. So what's today? Monday to Wednesday. Is that right? I don't know. See, Honda knows. I sent her the thing, the list. Look at me. Oh, my show? You have to ask somebody who watches the show, because me, I don't know. But, well, I if you go to the Daily Pigeon live group on Facebook, I think she puts it there. I don't know. Hey, Andy, would love to see you interview Troy Fernandez of Ka'au Crater Boys. He stay in LA now, but still ripping the ukulele. Well, if you got some kind of way to get in touch with them, I don't know, I think I might have had them on my, did I have them on the show? On my nighttime show? I don't know. I'm too wired for sleep. Well. Hey, Melvin Lee, the local tira that made it big. Yeah, from Molokai, right? Andy, oh, great show. I need one mixed plate now. Okay. Ooh, Lono, Pono. Ooh, let me click on eyes. I'm good. Okay, go and take a nap. Aloha, gang. Okay, Cisco. Mahalo for stopping by and hanging in this long. We're way past when end the shoot. Andy, you regular. Oh, I'm Goofy Foot, Sean. Yeah, that's why Gerry, are you kidding? Gerry, Wayne Lynch, Jock Sutherland, Corky Carroll, all these guys, Rory Russell, the dog, all these guys that were like, wow. Where's the picture? Where's the picture of what? Melvin? I don't know. Google her. Here's Melvin. And that's another thing. You got to be careful when you put people's pictures on internet, because, hey, that's a copyrighted picture and you can't use it. What? Okay. That's right. Kong on Wednesday. Then I have Lono. Then Lono's on Thursday. Yeah. There you go. Kong, Lono, then Steven, and then Jeffrey Meek. Mahalo. Forgot. Sorry, Lono. I can't remember. Ooh, hey, brother Sam, how you? Hey, brah. Let's do an interview if you feel like it, bro. I'd love to hear what you have to say, bro. What's going on, huh? Hello, Uncle. Great to see you doing well. Miss your brother. Yeah, well, that was the Chicken Ranger. Yeah, well. The universe had other plans for him, but that's all right. But hey, brother, Sam, serious, man. You want to talk? We can do a small kind of interview, or tell me what you're up to or how you want to do it. That'll be interesting, bro. Brother Sam. Oh man, so sweet. Hey, $5 from Michi Mama. Thanks, for the super chat. Oh, thank you. This was a great show. Need the aloha today. Oh, great. Well, hope you're feeling better now. That's how I felt. Let's see. Hey, wow. Kalaheo, brah. What is this? Look at this, you guys. Oh, no. Mahalo, Kalaheo. 68 right there. Oh, man. Okay, anytime. Hey, you know what? Can you email me over here, Brother Sam, please? Because for me to search and all that kind, if you can email me here, then maybe we can do something. We talk about, we can see what's up. Maybe you have something coming up. You can kind of promote. We multi-stream. I'm on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch now. So, Oh, hey, Saleh, yes! Are you kidding? Bruh, that would be amazing. We can do one. Can you have your, whoever, does your thing there, Saleh, email me, info@bumatai.com. Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, man, that would be amazing. Where you now? You in Japan? Or, because if you are, I'm guessing they're not going to let you come back unless you want to hang out somewhere for 14 days. Yeah, that would be great. Saleh, oh my goodness. Wow, that worked out well. Okay, I was on good show. Watch while cooking linguine and class for dinner. Plenty hungry now. Oh, okay, Chris, well, grind. Don't wait for me. Confounded. We were supposed to end the show like 10 minutes ago, but I'm having good fun looking at the chat. Yeah, look, Brother Sam right there. Ooh, Brother Sam, aloha. And Saleh, are you kidding? Andy, not knowing too much about surfing, did Michael Ho make much of a name for himself? What, are you kidding? Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go. I remember when he was a keiki living down the street from my house in Waimanalo. Oh yeah, no, Michael Ho, and then and then Derek Ho, who just passed away, but Mason Ho, his son, and Coco Ho, his daughter now, are doing well on the competitive fields. But I was at Makaha surfing, and Michael came out. He was a little kid, right? And he had the arm rotations, and he was like, cutting back and bouncing off the white water and dropping in, and everybody went, wow, who's this kid? And literally he was a kid. I mean, I'm thinking he must have been 12, maybe 13 at the very most, maybe less, I forget. I can still remember his board. It was this T-banded board, red, I think it was. Yeah, but he had the style, Hey, aloha from the North Shore. How's it, Leslie? How are you? Okay, Brother Sam, will do. Yeah, thank you. Oh, cool. We might fill up next week because I'm no more nobody for next week. Oh, you in Tokyo? Okay, right. Cool. Yeah, let me know. I kind of lurk, what you're doing, but you had the barbecue the other day, huh? That was, I guess things are a little different in Japan, huh? You can have people and a cool dog. Was that your dog, Saleh? The pit? Okay, okay, I get my ukulele ready. Oh, ku'ualoha. Is that the hint? Okay. Ooh, 54 followers on Twitch. Hey, you know what? On Twitch, I fulfilled all the requirements for affiliate. I just have to stream for, today, tomorrow, and then the next day I'll probably make affiliate. I don't know what that means, but we did it in 2 days, as long as whatever, Andy, mahalo for another great interview. Oh, thank you, Pulani. Appreciate it. Sorry about the, Japanese movie kind lips thing going. So, you think your white crane style is better than my drunken monkey? Ha 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 ha. Okay. Oh, we got 'em right there. All right, gang. Thank you so much. I'm going to hit the button, play the music, and then we call it a night. Thank you for watching, and a special thank to surfing icon Gerry Lopez for gracing us with his wisdom and presence. Okay, so let's play the song here. Here we go. 7, 6, 5.
Hey, how's it, and welcome to the Daily Pigeon Show. It's the place to be, to let the pigeon flow. The Daily Pigeon Show with Andy Bumatay. Mahalo nui loa to you for stopping by.
Oh, I got lost there for a second. All right, gang. I appreciate you being here, and we see you tomorrow with Melvin Lead. Thanks, Al.